We didn't miss the Sub-Zero's festival, right? Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad. Paimon thinks she must be around. There she is! Dunyarzad! We're back!
Just as promised, Traveler and Paimon. I'm so glad that you two came back to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. Indeed. The festival's tomorrow. We've been preparing for so long that I can't help but feel a little nervous.
There's no need to be nervous. Paimon's sure that Lesser Lord Kusanali will feel everyone's gratitude.
Thanks, Paimon. I hope that everyone who comes to the festival will also have a good time. Speaking of which, did you manage to make your way to Port Ormos? Discover anything over there?
Of course we went. A lot of things happened there.
I see. Sounds like you two had another exciting adventure. If there is another chance, I would love to join.
My lady, if you went to Port Ormos in your current state, we'd both be in for a lifetime of trouble.
Dia! You were eavesdropping!
It's called covert protection. Keeping an ear out for what's going on around my employer is part of the job.
It's all right, Dia. I merely said I would like to go. I know better than to think my body could handle it. The festival's tomorrow. I've been doing nothing but causing trouble for you. So, Dia, please take some time to relax. I'll be fine.
Even when you put it that way, it still doesn't feel right.
Don't worry, my guardian knight.
Okay, fine, but only tonight. Tomorrow's a big day, and many no-good scumbags are gonna try to take advantage of that.
Oh, you two must be exhausted from your long journey back to the city. My apologies for not realizing this sooner. I've already prepared a room for you to rest. Please follow me.
Whoa, you're so thoughtful. Paimon's so ready.
Here we are. It
looks really nice. That's Paimon's specialty.
Oh, if you don't mind, all of my friends will be working the festival.
Yeah. It'll be pretty hard to relax and enjoy the festival if Dia's constantly hovering over you.
Then let's meet at the...
It's a deal.
I may be too excited.
Paimon's starting to really look forward to the Sub-Zero festival too. Oh, no. Thinking about food is just gonna keep Paimon up all night. Did we go meet Dun...
Traveler, Paimon...
Good morning, Dunyarzad.
Not at all.
You've worked so...
You know it. Oh, it's just, well, shall we? Many vendors came out of the blue to support the event, and they insisted on covering costs themselves. Let's go give them some business.
They paid for everything out of pocket? Oh, sounds like they're not in this just for the Mora.
They all said that contributing to a lively festival atmosphere is more important than money. Especially since we don't often get to celebrate Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday.
Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Haft Mewa feast.
Oh, you could tell straight away. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
Mushrooms, flowers, so...
It's another Sub-Zero. Generally speaking, the most common selections are foods like Rukashaba mushrooms, Nilopala lotuses,
So, the Sub-Zero festival is a vegetarian...
You don't have to be a vegetarian to enjoy the spread.
Wait, but if that's the case, if Sumeru uses... then wouldn't the pie... Oh, Traveler, we have to go to Natlon as soon as possible!
I hope your wish comes true one day, Paimon.
Thanks! Alright, how about we also check out some of these other stalls?
Dear customers, would you like to try your hand at alchemical divination?
What's alchemical
Right? I thought the same when I first heard about it. It is said to be a mysterious craft invented by none other than Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
So, how does it work?
It's quite simple. After you give me any 2 alchemical reagents, I'll use them to perform a random transmutation.
Sure sounds random.
That is precisely what we need. After the transmutation fails, your one and only diviner here will interpret the remnants.
Well, according to Lesser Lord Kusanali...
Why does everything sound so...
So that's the true wisdom behind it. Okay, one moment.
Paimon wants to take a look too! Is it? It looks more like a pie that...
Generally speaking, the moon signifies... It means... Wait a moment.
Is he really looking it up in a book?
Oh, I remember now. It means illusions and lies.
Illusions and lies? That sounds rather ominous.
Yes, but this book says that if you trust...
He's not even trying to...
Naturally, fate will...
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty interesting.
They say the Sub-Zero's festival was very lively a long, long time ago. Large flower carriages used to parade through the city. As they headed towards Port Ormos, people would throw flowers, candy, and liquor all along the way.
Dunyarzad's eyes are sparkling right now.
I wish I could have seen that spectacle. But if you ask me, I'm sure Nilu's dance of Sub-Zeros will be just as impressive.
Attention! Soldiers, fall into formation if you want any
It's a weird guy. Hey, it's Dunyarzad!
Wow. Miss Dunyarzad, in the few short days it took to prepare for the Sub-Zero's festival.
The Hallowed Night of Flowers. It's an honor that you know my name.
Attention! In the name of Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, I commend you on your contributions to the glorious Sub-Zero's festival. All right, little soldiers, take your Yalda candies and don't forget your loyalty to Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, Knight Ferris! Just what is going on here?
Ferris, the Night of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus Festival icon. And one of...
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can make such wonderful memories today.
As are we to you, Vihar.
Oh, not at all. Oh, speaking of tradition, do you want some Yalta candies? They're a festival staple, and I happen to have...
Whichever one. Don't these Ooh, those...
And there's also Lizard Tail and Oni Kabuto.
Huh? What's up with those two flavors?
Oni Kabuto is a little spicier than Lizard Tail.
Dunyarzad, you tried them before? It's alright. Paimon believes in you.
I also believe in...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Excellent work! That is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you survived so many epic battles because you had...
Attention! It's Night of Flowers.
They'll basically sound...
Oh, actually, can you come with me to get it?
Dunyarzad!
Research projects are a complete waste of money.
We're too late. Who knew the little...
I know, right?
Oh, that most certainly is. We're in luck. She's walking right into our clutches.
Those Eremites
Who are you? I don't believe the Homayanis hired you.
That's right.
They're a gang of kidnappers!
Hey, did you scumbags even consider that the Homayanis might have hired a merc that outclasses you?
You're... Dia. Dia the Flame Maiden.
Don't speak so disrespectfully.
Don't worry about it, my lady. Traveler, take me.
No! We're gonna stay and help! There's too many of them!
Please be careful, Dia.
Don't waste your time worrying about.
Dunyarzad, are you okay? You look a little pale. Are you in shock?
I'm fine.
You sure you're...
I'll be fine after.
Yeah, don't worry.
My lady, Traveler, found ya.
Dia! You took care of them so fast!
Any more of them? Or rather, did anyone follow you?
Dia, your arm.
Oh, this? I'm fine. It's just a...
Please, let me take a...
Come on, it's nothing.
Hold on, you said...
About that. Well, I sold it, because I was low on Mora.
It can't be. The anonymous donation that was used for the venue's final round of preparations?
Hey, Miss Dunyarzad, I wasn't trying to make you cry, and...
Okay, making your employer cry won't affect your commission, but... Thank you very much.
Don't be like that. I get embarrassed really easily.
Are you feeling unwell again, Dunya?
My lady, your condition. Traveler.
Truly, I'm sorry for the trouble, everyone.
Are you feeling better, Dunyarzad?
Yes, much better. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret. I was actually born with Elazar. It's terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar!
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity. Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to...
Dunyarzad!
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar, and I came to terms with it a long time ago, compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. I know that my family loves me dearly. Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world.
As long as you don't forget Paimon. Paimon also won't forget about you.
Thank you too so much. To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her, thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regret. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh?
Isn't the Dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for?
Yeah.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zerus is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zerus Festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zerus Festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this?
The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zerus Festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. This is a hard pill to swallow, but you're right.
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyargarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zerus Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we... Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance.
Nilu, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zerus so much. And I know how important this festival is to you. I don't want you to have any regrets.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zerus Festival at this point.
If you say so. But you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zerus Festival, right?
The next one. Yes. Okay. It's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regret.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zerus festival a success, but Dunyarzad is running out of time. Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
We're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away! Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You Did you not get enough sleep?
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Sure! Traveler? Why are you just standing there? Let's get going! Ooh, they're selling food over that way! Let's go take a look!
This is a stall offering foods from the Huffed May.
You are quite well.
They're all actually, what?
It's one of the Sub-Zerus Festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7
Remnants appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really?
The moon signifies... It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up?
Oh, right. But if you trust your intuition and overcome your...
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still... So, where to next?
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candy...
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on?
Ferris, the night of...
Oh, do you want some...
What's to pick? Ooh!
And there's also...
What are the... Traveler...
Great! These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was right. Huh? But now that you mention, maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. In that case, so why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get that same feeling of deja vu.
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You...
Charcoal-baked Angelina cake? Isn't it that... Oh... That... Isn't this going a bit too... How was it? The look on your face is telling Paimon that it tasted awful. Then, you mean, that's impossible. So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu? Paimon also, is sitting by yourself on that bench over there. What a coincidence, Dunyarzad.
Oh.
Kidnappers?
I'm okay. Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical exertion or strong emotion. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days...
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh? Did something happen?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu? You know, like when you've already experienced something that's happening right now?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years now. Even if I were feeling deja vu, I suppose I would already be used to...
Oh, Paimon sees. Then...
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilou's Dance of Sabzeruz is about to begin. Let's go.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbaha Day that prohibits public art performances.
Understood.
The Sabzeruz Festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilou, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad. The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
It's okay. There's nothing we can...
But you've been really looking forward to this. I don't want you to...
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone. Didn't the Grand Sage say that he might investigate the organizers?
True, but...
The next festival. I probably won't be around by then.
Wait.
No, nothing.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Did Dunyarzad already go back? So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out what that deja... Maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking tomorrow.
Observing a modest drop in the output of Jnana energy, but that...
Continue to monitor the variances in the data and find...
Why does Paimon feel so tired after...
Not at all.
Huh?
I'm doing well.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sabzeruz Festival. Oh, are you interested? It's not that simple. Each box contains a And there's also...
Huh?
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations! Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Ha! Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really interested in the...
Wait. How did you know? Don't tell me that you already knew which flavor was in each box.
What? He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and they've been sealed ever since. You couldn't have known beforehand. Mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you going? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know. What are you looking for? Why did we come here? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there 2 Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it? What's inside?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do. What the? This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met. And
let Paimon think. Oh, What about everyone else? Why are you only helping the two of us?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for it was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar as you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good, you passed the test.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. I can only give you surface level help. Like,
she looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness.
If we can break out of this samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You sure love to use weird
Analogies are wonderful. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
We've already experienced the Sub-Zerus festival many times. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that the moon, illusions, and what's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting stronger and stronger. My mind feels exhausted." I can't... That should be it.
A time loop.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon's
a simple time loop. The Sub-Zerus festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of it.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zero. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop, so we must have missed something. Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times. Race you!
Hey, it's you guys. I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvest... Huh? What kind of philosophic... Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru?
He actually has a point. Is this... Anyway, if this...
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt, ooh, I knew it?
You're really... So, you're...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on. What you just...
I knew you...
Marvelous.
When you say it...
I believe that the book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. Yeah.
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing. Both of you are—
Paimon, Traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier?
You want the Traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any—
How did you know what I was going—
We need to say something convincing.
People in Sumeru don't drink. Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. The moon, illusion, the moon, my mind. People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange... That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through.
Tell her, Traveler!
I didn't tell anyone.
All right.
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type.
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same. Her parents said that this is...
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about.
My lady, are you angry? All right.
Nahida! We brought a friend! Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad's condition.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow. How perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's—
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret, or...
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been... So, you think this...
Yeah.
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like that. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right!
The Akasha rule...
A Gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
So, this Nahida you mentioned, what did she say?
She said, and Paimon quotes, "The Akasha relies on the power of a Gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and it grants knowledge to the people."
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that...
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. Okay, Nahid... That doesn't sound right. My mind feels...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, knowledge always comes at a price. Compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there?
What's the point of doing something like that?
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain. This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain?
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway. Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded... We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length.
But we cannot lose.
Paimon remembers everything!
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why's that? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never told us anything about yourself.
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kidnappers should be showing up soon.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt?
Dia?
What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt this time.
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
You're saying that although you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still dangerous here, so...
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Go and do your thing. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today. Even do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved Dunyarzad?
Really? Good job on all that progress. Get some good sleep tonight.
Hey, what kind of an answer is that?
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? Does tomorrow truly exist as anything beyond a made-up concept? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut down.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
Huh? Hold on, what did you just say? Did Paimon hear you correctly?
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could try that. Is that so strange?
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax. Let's go back to our room.
Continue the harvest, compared to what we stand to achieve.
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity—
Paimon thought the Duke did that! Whatever. Guess you were looking out for us.
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything, but maybe you're taking...
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only ones who can see me and sense my... In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me.
Nahida's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? In a simple time loop, people's physical conditions should also reset.
So, what's your new hypothesis?
The beep is a prompt. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. Mercenaries... We've already... That doesn't sound right. Okay. Nahida said the Akata... That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. If all our
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories! That's why, when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet! It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before! But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
Right! She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go!
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt today.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't underestimate me.
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second! How did you know I got a new greatsword to begin with? I didn't tell anyone about it.
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
All right then, let me get this.
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's...
Right! They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything! It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Fine, I'll play along for a little longer. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well. I still can't guarantee that this area...
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy. What about it?
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember every mark on the dummy, as well as my state of mind as I made each strike. It's just as they say, each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any strange? Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's real. I can't believe it! How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we... Race you!
Nahida! You're back early today. Did you find something?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in...
leaving the city.
We did? But we don't remember anything. What?
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it...
Really? That's kind of strange.
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another. Listen to it and you'll understand.
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days' worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's
go. We don't have many more festivals.
I can't.
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be stolen.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How completely unsurprising. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? Those guards can't be everywhere at once. This is a good spot. And the... Huh? Why? But... Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... okay. Paimon will wait for you. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. And please, be careful. Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were only taking a quick look.
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't think he understood what you were saying.
fair! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day!
Okay, Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened yesterday? I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you with the fullest attention.
What's your perspective, Traveler? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
But don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well...
Yep, now...
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the back of your hand. Anyway, we can use this now to record a message, right?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside the city.
We'll never know until we try. At least let's go then. Let's expose the... All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once yesterday. But Paimon still isn't happy about it. Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although this...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on, let's hear the messages to...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City space when you set foot outside of the walls. But everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable. And if we take your word for it, the other spaces all had very weird contents.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now! Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did the Traveler want to say? What are those spaces?
probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final space has also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Was that space... That doesn't sound right. Was that space actually the real world? But all the That doesn't sound right. Was that space actually... My impression...
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day? Paimon's head is spinning. Just what are these spaces anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over seven. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half. Hey, where are you going? Do you want some alone time to think?
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay.
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know!
You're back! Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero? Okay.
Okay. Nahida said the Akasha... Okay. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Nahida said the Akasha relies... All the those spaces remind... That doesn't... Those spaces... The moon... That does... The moon... People... I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together. We are all in a...
People in Sumeru think they don't, and those space... So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this? The Akasha relies on the power of a no...
That doesn't sound...
It compiles...
That doesn't...
It compiles the wisdom of the... And it grants knowledge to... It compiles the wisdom... It is the
Oh, okay. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles their wisdom?
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions. The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operation. We've already... That doesn't... We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival. The grand... That doesn't... Those spaces... Those dreams...
Correct. Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zeru's festival along with everyone. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. And so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zeru's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha. And so it can...
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay. So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
Alright, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemy...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. We just didn't want to expose you as all. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us since the very... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Yes, those can wait until we're back in real... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow. Now that's
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Traveler, do you have any information?
The Grand Sage...
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have... That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sub-Zeru's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia Forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what you mean?
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendril can a person gain the Dendril element's dream-enhancing... Meanwhile, Can humans... We might say especially those whose health is compromised to begin with.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. After we end the Sub-Zero's festival, Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of...
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a moon? Oh, we're out of time today!
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow. See you then.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way! Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream. So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff, and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler. And you know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. It was as if she only lived to stall her Elazar. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... Far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero's festival with so many regrets.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage's fault, and theirs alone.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must end the Samsara as soon as possible.
Great, but how do we do that?
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. Even the Akasha is unable to create them. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
Huh? So, how should we find that person?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their consciousness. Which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this dream.
Imagination? What do you mean by that?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when a server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, it will always be food. Find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person will wake up and the dream samsara will be broken.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, everything you've achieved up to this point has all been for the sake of finding the host and ending the samsara. As for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the Traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. There must still be a small wisp of possibility. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises. Unnecessary things like this samsara need to end.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far only for Dunyarzad to... She was such a good person. Yeah. Saving Dunyarzad is what kept us going this whole time. But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake. Paimon's wondering, do you think this... Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't counting on there being other factors beyond their control, like Nahida and us. So, who do you think the host of the... Oh, that would make sense! Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is a symbol of the whole Sub-Zero's festival, right? Pretty core character. Let's go ask him some questions, shall we?
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain.
An experiment? That came out of nowhere. I'm listening, though. What do you need me to do?
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishes!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her, or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, when she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years? I'll serve her till the end of time. Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but that was pretty embarrassing. Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes. Oh, you're...
What?
Fucky? Sorry, but only one portion of Yelda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her appear right in front of me. As long as she's happy.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of them has any idea that she...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some...
You punching today?
Inadmissible evidence!
That's close enough.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever night from... Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see you two like this. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she has stayed... Yeah, even... This is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but desperate times call for desperate measures! Hey, the windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us, even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't... Hey! Where are you off to now? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is it?
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
Is it just me? Or have there been more and more relationships recently?
Race you!
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? Traveler? You don't have to get involved. He's a sage from the academia. I don't want to drag you into this.
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the academia, that's another day gone to waste! Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage? Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the god.
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? I didn't even notice. Dunyarzad, did you find these?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? So, how?
Yeah. What's going... huh? You guys are acting... Hey!
They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What purple body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore! But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage! It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate, and Nilu assumed there would be real Patisaras in the flower pot. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was Nilu? But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware that they're dreaming. How should we make Nilu realize that?
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zeru's festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage, huh?
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City, and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zeru's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zeru's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeru's.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
feels like she's been asleep for the longest time. Paimon's head feels super heavy. Did we oversleep? Do you even remember going to sleep last night? Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. The Sub-Zero's festival! Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero samsara? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual spot?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay! Oh, don't scare us like that!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something amazing to tell you. I just had a dream. And I saw Nilou performing the dance of Sub-Zero's.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at the Sub-Zero's festival. And... Dunyarzad, did you save her?
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible, but it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. And not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying. I need to spend more time observing human emotions.
Both are fine. Everyone reacts differently.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer. As your reward, I will answer any and all questions. Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot of mental energy. I think I may need to rest for a while. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the Sage's activities for now. The Akasha won't be able to conduct another project on the scale of the Sub-Zero's Samsara in the immediate future.
Go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us.
What a relief. This is truly the most exciting.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go. Thank you.
We spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her. Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up...
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this?
Wait.
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this. In that case, please go to Port Ormos and convince the air...
Hey, that's not any better.
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
From when she said, Ad Astra Abisask.
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nahida?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me. They danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground. And I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate you.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that?
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homianis haven't allowed any visits.
Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsol's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like this?
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities.
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
let's continue.
Okay, so
Actually, I've already tried. It seems that.
Have you already caught?
I'm just. In any case. No way.
You mean it'd be.
No, doing that would be.
That's a good point.
We're in the dark after all.
Nahida, you're.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't.
Well, then I should find.
You're saying we should. Oh, but
actually,
Setaria. We ran into her base. Paimon's still.
She was born in.
Oh, Paimon?
The name Sitar. Later on, soon after, the star began, but in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her.
From the sound of it, but she doesn't.
Indeed, she's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already. Right. That way, from my past up tomorrow afternoon to prepare. This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling. No,
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled? The divine voice. Huh? Really? Shh.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Love. One who is hurried.
Is that so?
If you were. Is this another one of.
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father, when they start talking.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some?
We caught wind of your.
Oh,
Speaking of.
I suppose. After that, I began.
That's nice.
Oh, no, not.
I see. I'll have someone in.
No problem. Rest easy. All our goods are
Race you!
This should be our final stop.
Nahida!
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
If I recall.
After all, but...
What an So this rest.
That's right.
I see.
Sataria's all. I remember you mentioned, although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of.
Oh, Paimon! Although she knows she should return home.
Well, King Deshret is long gone. And Sataria is also too smart to fall for. If we simply engage. But, if we were.
So, you.
Yep. As long as everything goes.
So that's.
Exactly.
Huh?
That's no problem at all.
Huh. That is pretty
Although I've been observing humans for a while,
You're not wrong.
It's. If it was at all possible.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up.
Alright, then let's give it a go.
For a quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time. Whether pyro slimes taste better with salt and pepper or garlic and herbs.
Oh, here she comes. Satari is here.
Let's quietly follow her. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Paimon's starting to feel kinda nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me is a very different... are you still listening?
Oh, of course I'm...
Okay then. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Are you sure? Those aren't ringing a bell for some reason.
Well, actually they have many names.
Huh, I see. I imagine that must... I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been...
A mess?
Well...
I hear you. The gods are at Sitaria.
Why haven't...
Sitaria.
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who speaks...
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the...
Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academy.
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal
Oh, no. As a... I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait! Whoa! She just ran...
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you...
All I know are some abstract heart... Anyway, enough of that.
He's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants?
You see,
Fair enough. I didn't think that... Speaking of, how's he doing? That's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, He's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently he has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret? I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean... You've also become a believer of King Deshret?
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this!
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria, but once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything.
Come on! Sataria's already...
So, Shishan, like, as if...
Oh, right! I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to King Deshret as well!
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia, and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards!
This is the most important part of all—
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of
Please, try to remain calm, miss.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking?
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's...
Miss Sataria, nothing is...
You know my name.
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be child of King Deshret. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of... I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plan, but no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always...
You won't necessarily...
How do you know?
That's not important. If you could provide...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always... Please tell me... I was just one of the design, but I know very little about the full scope of the overall problem. I've just been working to meet... However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. Let me see...
The Academia entrance.
Don't worry about that. I'm only
All right.
So...
that'll depend.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, maybe it's time for me to find...
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side!
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who does well. Now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars?
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway... That's right. I suppose I'm the other...
Shh! We're on a secret...
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight... If something were to happen after all...
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Off? What do you feel it's the middle?
No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not... I also can't quite...
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us... There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. This hour of the night.
The triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City! What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. we'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs... is Nahida going to be okay? Paimon wasn't... he called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently, and that even the sages are weary of him. Yep, yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? And yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of... you mean... Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on... Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know some... There's no time to lose. Let's go to...
Fellow gambler!
Roba, get them!
Coward!
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. Core of we are an elite...
The outcast? But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the... you're...
Following orders. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Wreck of the flare! Race you! Oz, reveal thyself! It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Come on!
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite... Yeah. But this going up against... waste!
Let night fall! Inadmissible evidence! Motion to compel! By royal decree. Dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning. As a result...
Oh, Kale! Speaking of time...
Oh, Master... I thought it was weird, too. Master Taino... No. I know that before...
A research base. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Got it.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Time for your arraignment! Motion to compel! As a dutiful maid would. I must leave no stone unturned. Leave it all to me. By royal decree. Ooh, we can definitely write this off as incidental gains. Midnight Phantasmagoria! Breath of the Flame! Incinerate! I'll catch up.
needs assistance. I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. You're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler Plus. If even a pool of...
Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
Huh? But I was...
Well, we understand...
When you left, instead... Luckily, I wouldn't be really... I gave away also.
Would that mean you'd no longer be able to... Plus,
we shouldn't give up...
Actually,
yes, I have. You didn't come...
We're looking for a...
Okay, let...
Be careful not to touch the plants here.
Travel?
Ah! It's Hypatia!
Ah, what a pleasant...
Who's this?
She's a scholar we...
That's right, we're old...
Hypatia, you're way too excited about this. Wait, no.
My consciousness has...
You did it? Congratulations!
When my consciousness makes...
That sounds incredible!
Oh, alright. Remember? My current self has...
You can do that?
I've never...
Hold on. I brought...
Where...
All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help you as...
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me.
A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounce the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion! Alas, shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
Ah! You... Why are you so mean to me? Why is it I found divine wisdom? Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought everything should be. Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right.
Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Wait,
I never imagined that. Also, while we were running, the doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can
Oh no! Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense! Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that alchemical divination at the... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a... But she...
Paimon. That's all right. I've spent some time with you, and...
Thank you, Tainari.
That. All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why...
Tainari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies, but since her... If I didn't take action, now that you mention... But I still didn't expect them, the doctor and the... From your But then...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right. But...
I'll stay here for... If you're planning to come find me...
Thanks, Tainari.
Reveal thyself! Boom! Nice and spicy! Someone needs assistance.
I'll catch up. Motion to compel! Chia! Ha! Ha! Ta! Ta! By royal decree, wings of darkness, come! Time for your arraignment! The boom! You're toast! Motion to compel! Time to clean up. Shadow Raven, let night fall. I object. needs assistance.
They should be able to get
to Caravan Reebok. It's pretty lively here, so... Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose...
More Eremite?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a...
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run in. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the Academia?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's hit list. I can't say that However, had I wished to
Oh, right, you...
I have no interest. And these days... not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating Everyone says that... Which brings me back to you. The leader of Ainul Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, you're to have that kind of reaction. I think you must have realized something.
Alhaitham, you...
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have some No matter.
That's right! We have the same plan as you! But...
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village.
It's always better...
Welcome, merry travelers. All who...
Reveal thyself!
Jab and cross!
Boom boom!
The wrong test subject. That tingle?
Incinerate!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Huh. Let's appraise the value on this.
By royal decree!
Sever night from day. Wrap up a flame. Ha, yeah.
Before us lie.
Whoa.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think...
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist.
Seemed to me... Yes. General Mahamatra's sign.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in... If I were you, I'd never choose to side with... I have been pursuing this scribe for a long...
Has Al-Haytham done...
I won't waste my breath. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you...
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escaped...
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this... And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you... As far as I'm... Have you been given a mission that... If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your...
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two!
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise...
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something... Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and... But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds. Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong! Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Someone's calling for us! Oh, this wind...
That sounded like come on!
All right, stop yelling.
This is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating any—
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector—
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for help. Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all— As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no— So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh,
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make my—
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So,
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait!
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report, as General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit. The power of the General Mahamatra is granted. I realized then the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need—
Sino seems to have plus now that he's no longer the— Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you—
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard a conversation. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious—
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Al-Haytham!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me— From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded—
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose—
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia, so it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran into the traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing this. You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a con—
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth it. I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. After all,
you should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can— Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear?
Fine. although you haven't completely...
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru Village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone, but then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well...
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick...
Creatures? In the sandstorm?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training...
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back.
When you put it that way...
Yes.
Leave. I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Oz, reveal thyself! Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
I must leave no stone unturned as it...
The creature stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath.
Well fought, everyone.
No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village. I am the chief of Aru Village.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I can't say besides San.
So, Erminsul...
Everything in the nat...
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take... speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I...
Village keeper? Who are they?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity. After a period of... The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me...
Alas, but no one in the...
I've had encounters with those people.
The mantra...
Mock me if you will. But if you are guilty...
Oh, you're the former general...
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. Is it really a good...
I'll be grateful for the assistance. Let's start by finding a spot to share what... Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me? One of my former subordinates, the academia has long exiled mad scholars. When mad scholars first arrive, initially, the people of Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night. After that...
A soft green light? Paimon thinks so too.
In theory...
Oh, no wonder!
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information. So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholar!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon, is she really active in Sumeru? The academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise, even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell when someone is lying.
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali. How can this be? To think, our Archon...
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to... But easier said than done. Especially since we don't have...
Excuse me, are you here to help me?
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that?
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague...
Whoa! Hazen wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry,
All right.
Sino is super...
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something.
Huh?
Yes. Although Isak's parents were, unfortunately, later. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance one summer night, so Grandpa, the next morning, it's said that though Isak was thrilled...
All this somehow...
Perhaps. It's also...
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are more...
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything...
Really? Yeah!
All right.
I'll catch up. You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Excuse me.
You mean the village? When I was eating... anything...
I'll catch up.
The scholars that... Don't change the sub...
Right. But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
Do you also think...
Grandpa? It still feels... well, whatever.
Gotcha. Thank you.
The last time I...
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Ooh, that's no... I've known you since you...
Wow, what a nice...
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Let's head over there. Stay cool.